Hello, welcome everybody to this session of today. This is the third session that we are doing a follow-up of the program from certification in the program of Ukraine that we want to push towards the knowledge and help students to achieve PL-900 certification and later PL-100. What we are going to do in other sessions, we have been talking about how the program is going on, how long time will be this follow-up session, okay? And the agenda, we wanted to remind about dates of certification. We are always giving information about our program. The dates, as we have talked, are not compulsory, but are necessary to follow if we want to achieve the real project. I mean, if we want to get the two certifications, we should be able to do that. We cannot say, for example, I will go to do and then 1 week later don't do anything or go to holidays or go to Malaga or go to trips because we are working. So if you want to achieve the certification, you need to invest time. You need to invest your effort, and it is right later you will have, if you have this option, and a success in improving your curriculum and getting the information. So we have said about dates that 31st January 31st will be for the advisable date to finish the exam. If we want to be able to study, because today is the last day, we are going to talk about PL-900 and questions of the PL-900 and how to do the exam. The next meetings will be about questions about the PL-100 and how to pass this exam. So this is why we cannot stay forever with this program. And it is we will say about dates of exam dates that will be good date to do February or maybe 1 week later, okay? And we will stay for having preparation sessions from now, from today, from the meetings we have the last week till 28th, and we will give you support on that as well. So these are the dates, and I think we advise you to strongly advise you to continue. Like for example, Dimitro is actually doing. He has already passed the 900 PL-900 with other colleagues, but unfortunately they cannot attend to these meetings. So we suppose they are doing the other studying the other certification. So Dimitro has passed maybe 2 weeks ago or more the first exam, and now he's learning about the PL-100. So he will be on the path, and he's as well in the accessing to the platform, doing practice, seeing the new cases, the new test, etc., etc. So we strongly recommend everybody to do the same, and he is as well very active in helping others to follow up the program. So if you want a colleague or you want not only us, because one of the things we see is that it's necessary to give you as much as support as possible. So you have Dimitro that can explain you his experience and can explain as well how to blend. Anyway, today we are going to talk about how to do. First, we are going to take, as we see in the program, today program, we have done about we talk about the reminders, and now we are going to talk a little bit. I'm going to talk how to book a proctor exam, and then I leave Kalim to work with the exams, with the questions that he has prepared to share with you, and to try to achieve your success. For that, there are two main, we have been talking in the past how and you both know how to make the reservation of a test, but maybe we should do a special information and talk a little bit more. And you see here, we have two source of information that you need to be aware. The first source of information is Microsoft. Microsoft has this URL that I can share with you, and you can share with all the people that ask you how to do the questions. It is the official certification. As you see, Microsoft has two kind of exams. So you can do, we advise you to do online proctor exam. That means you don't have to go to a testing center, and you can save travel in time and stress finding the test center. Some people, they prefer to be in with someone, but in general terms, this is one of the most common ways of doing. With this, what we have to go is I want to start an exam. Okay, so this is in this point they advise you how to start an online exam. So you should go to ask for register and schedule an exam. So this is the point. We have to register an exam, and we can ask. We can go directly to Pearson View. That is the person is the company that is helping all the students to make an online exam. One of the things is very important is to do the system pre-check. The system pre-check, which place you see here that I have pushed system pre-check. System pre-check is to know before the action of the test if the computer is working properly for the exams. Because one of the things is I have to confirm. You have to get system pre-check, and as we see here, and you get the system pre-check, and you copy the access code that will help us to make all the actions, and then we can download on View, which is the application to make the system pre-check. Here we see how it's downloading, and then why we have to do the pre-check, because the system have to there is one person, I think. Hello, Ángel. How are you? Lito, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Nos escuchas bien? Ángel. Okay, so we have Ángel here. So what we can do, we have to access and open the action, and this system will it is going to ask us about how the code that we have already done. Okay, with the code that we have already used, we put next. And since I am actually with a meeting, they say that it is not possible to work with. So what we strongly advise is that you have to be only with one connection and with a meeting. Here, for example, say that this is running. So if you are in other connection, the system will give you this point. If you are not in this connection, We can see that in our video that we are going to show you later, and we will talk about this video in just for 10 minutes. But as a matter of as a council, you have to advise. The most important thing is how to get these points of the online proctor exam. Online proctor exams are the ones that you are going to. This is the part in all the certification overview that we have here in Microsoft. We have to know how are the online proctor exams. So you have to have a computer with a camera, and you have to have a computer with sound. And once this is working, so you do the pretest, which is the use how is it's the computer, and if the computer is working properly, they will tell you, and they say your computer is proper and will be used the same computer for the test. So we have already we are already in the part of Pearson VUE. Pearson VUE, as we told you, is a certification company. They certify many people, many companies, not only Microsoft. Okay, so the work is working. This is the URL only for Microsoft. So we have to work in home pearsonvue.com/Microsoft, and then to schedule you can log in. When you go to login, you can log in with your data. Automatically, if you do login, you see how goes straightforward to your profile in learn.com. The Microsoft Learn has, this is my profile and once I have the profile, they will check, and that means that we are identifying him to make the how to check and how to get the certification. Okay, so if we continue with the program, we will see that you have the opportunity to access to the schedule, because all these other areas are not only for in the way in if you want to pass the exam in the test center. Which are the steps? Okay, the steps, you have some videos that can give you information about how it is working. In these videos, for example, this one, this is a video that can give you information on how it works. Okay, so here we have, which is the test. Now, here is doing the equipment check. You need to have, they are going to check the speed of internet. They are going to check the webcam, if the webcam is working properly, and then the microphone. In this case, for example, the system is advising that it's not working. And this is why it takes here a mistake. They say here there is an issue. And so another thing is how you have to have your browser, and to avoid other programs working. So they will check as well if you have this issue of the browser. Yes, there is a if you are using computers where are in a company or an environment in other group of users or with a network, organizational network, we have to be sure that firewalls are not constraining the connections. Otherwise, the system is not going to be able to make the question. But mm, all the persons that are in this meeting have already passed the exam, so they know that if there is any problem, you have to check uh, camera, microphone, access connection, and firewalls. And yes, another thing is if you are going to do the exam, you cannot have other programs in action. So don't be with different uh, applications in the same time that you are delivering the test, okay? So if you, as they say, if you have any problem in the chat, they can help you. They are the ones that can help you. We cannot help you about that because if you ask us, I cannot, my computer is not working properly. The only ones that can give you how to solve this problem is pearsonview.com. We cannot give you any idea. We can give you some general ideas, but we are not the ones who can fix the problem. The problem has to be fixed by pearsonview.com and with your interaction. They are not going to fix you automatically. If you have a problem, an issue, you have to work with pearsonview.com. This is something very usual in the technology industry. You have an issue and you have to work with this issue and you have to solve it. If you want to work in the technology industry, you have to be able to know that all these situations are going to happen all the days. This is a part of your job. The part of your job is how to solve the problems. And to solve the problems, you have to talk with the right people that can help you. So Pearson View is the company that is going to help you. Don't call to Microsoft. Don't call to another maybe colleague that say, I don't know how to do. They will tell you, we have to talk with Pearson View and you have to talk with them. So once they told you that you have one issue, maybe your camera is not working. So you should see if your camera works in other environments and you should see if you have to change off the camera and not usually, but maybe sometimes very rare, you have to change of the computer because maybe you don't have or you don't have the access, internet access to do the properly the exam. Sometimes you have very low connection with very many cuts or very low level that not usually now these connections are not in Spain. It's very difficult to find someone that has this low level connection. But anyway, they always advise if you can put the wire in connection in the system to have higher access because sometimes Wi-Fi's can be not working constantly. And if the system it doesn't work constantly, is have problems. So you should always be. This is why they do a pretest. Okay. So another thing that they say in the worst case scenario, that means if you cannot have the opportunity with this computer or with this camera, they can reschedule the exam. What they are not going to do, and you have to know that you are going to lose the voucher, and that means that it's going to be impossible for you to do the test again, is once they have started the exam, say that you don't have time or you have a problem or you don't, because they are going to say you, you need to have another voucher, and we don't have too many vouchers available. So it is very and the issue is that if we can give you another voucher just for one option, but it's very important not to lose the vouchers. Otherwise, it's impossible to get the certification. And for example, if one person is going to pass the PL-900 and needs 2 vouchers, so it's going to be very difficult to have another voucher for the PL-100. Maybe we can get another one for passing the PL-900. It depends on Microsoft. But usually, and now, things with vouchers are getting tougher. It's going to be much more difficult to have free vouchers. For example, Microsoft now, they have some what they call virtual training days. They continue with the virtual training days for certifications, for preparing for certifications. But in the past, until this month, the people that attended to these virtual training days, they had the voucher. Now, from the 1 of February, they are not going to give any voucher for free. And this is why it's very important for you to be prepared and to have this issue solved. So we have this, you can change, so you can change. Okay, so please get familiar with all the rules as well. I am not going to spend more time because I want Kalim, my colleague, to start with the certification preparation. I want you just to know if you have any question or anyone has questions about how to check if someone has any problem, please check with Pearson VUE. And if you have technical issues regarding the computers that are maybe in the center, so the way is, for example, we have here a professional, a very good professional, which is Angel, who is able to help you just in terms of the connection, not in terms of how to do the exam. To talk about how to do the exam is you the one who have to talk, because you have your ID, you have your voucher, and is you the one who have to talk with Pearson VUE. Another, here we have, as I have provided you, this this video that it's talking about the same thing. It is talking about how it has to be prepared and how to make the registration. So all of this you have to read it. And if someone asks you, please, I don't know how to make, you see here as well, my colleague, how has done internet speed and how works microphone. So the system checking, the pre-checking requirements, they talk a lot. Please, Dimitro, for example, is helping other people. So Dimitro, please send these URLs and this information to the colleagues that are asking you how to solve the problem of how can I do the exam, because we have sent already this information. And I think is the way, if we have sent them and they can see these videos, we are going to put this video as well included in the course, so everybody could be helped if they want to do the exam. Okay, so now Kalim, please, can you share the screen, please? I pass to Kalim. Thank you for your question. If you have any question, please in the chat or you can ask.
Let me just share my screen.
Okay, Kalim. Pakhar, what do you speak? Do you speak English, Ukraine as well?
Yes, I speak English, no problem.
Okay. Where are you from, Pakhar? I don't remember. No.
I'm originally from Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Yes,
Originally. So what
yes.
a coincidence. Kalim, you see?
Yeah, I got it.
Pastur, they can talk the same language, but Dimitro is not going to understand, so please in English. But anyway,
Sure.
Kalim, he is as well originally from the same place, and he's helping us in our support team. Okay, so please, if you can start you have to execute the application, Kalim.
Can you see my PowerPoint slides?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, but you
Okay.
should activate and push the to activate the. But it's better if you can. Okay, you can share that. We can see your slide. Okay.
Okay, you can see them. Perfect.
All right. So if you need anything else, as I told you, I need to attend to another meeting that is starting right
Sure,
now.
sure. No problem. We can
And if
do
there
that.
is any question, Kalim will help you. And we will continue the next week with the same activity, and we will start with the PL-100. Thank you very much for your interest. Looking forward to meet you in the next meeting. Thank you very much. Okay, Kalim,
Thanks, Jeremy.
go on.
I will continue now. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to execute some of the questions here I have prepared for PL-900 exams. So obviously we got the multiple choices questions, and we have to pick any option which is correct for the question we have been asked. So it could be more than one options. We have to select from the options available. So I'm going to explain a few of them today. So the first question is how we're going to do it. I'm going to show you the question, the options, and then you guys can tell me the correct answer in the chat. And then we will see the correct answer, what it is actually, and we'll explain a little bit about it. So the first question is a company uses dynamic supply chain management. The company wants to build customer user interfaces that add additional functionality. You need to recommend a solution for the company. What should you recommend the company they should adopt? It could be Power BI, it could be Microsoft Flow, Power Apps, Canvas apps, or AI Builder. You guys can share the correct answer in the chat, and then we'll see what's the right answer is. I'll give it a few minutes. Let's see.
I have shared my answer.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. So Fakhr and Dimitra both are saying C, and fortunately, you are right. So the correct answer is C, which is Power Apps, Canvas apps, right? So in explanation, we have Microsoft Power Apps provide a consistent experience for building apps and extending Office 365 and Dynamics 365, right? So, investments include enhancements on a unified interface, support for embedding Canvas apps and model-driven apps, and native support of common data service for apps. So we have the correct answer here, everyone. So let's see what's our second question is. So you are a customer service manager and you need to implement a Power Apps portal that allows customers to submit cases. Which type of data source is used? You can see the options below: Microsoft SharePoint, Microsoft Azure Storage, Common Data Service, Dynamics 365 connectors. I will give it a few minutes to answer you in the chat. Okay, so both of you have given the answer A, which is Microsoft SharePoint, and this is correct. So, an explanation: SharePoint can be set up to set up Customer feedback, exactly. Note the Power Apps use finances and operations connectors to grab sales and order information, and SharePoint connectors to connect and write the data to the SharePoint list. Let's move on to the next question. Number three, a company manages a chain of retail stores. The company stores a list of retail stores, names, and numbers in one Power BI table. The company stores sales transaction data, including a transaction ID in another table. The transaction ID includes the store number. You need to show the store name for all retail transactions in all Power BI reports. Which tool should you use for it? It could be Data Connectors, Query Editor, Power BI Service, Microsoft Excel. Okay, so we have options. Fakhr said A and Dimitri said C. And the correct tool which would be used is Data Connector. So for Power BI desktops comes with Query Editor, right? Where you can connect to one or more data sources, shapes, and transform the data to meet your needs. Then load the model into Power BI desktop. If you have any kind of confusion with the questions or answers, you can you guys have the access to the consultation forums on N4 site, right? You guys can explore that PL-900 and put in your questions there, and we'll try to answer that as soon as possible. Moving on to the next question. Your company has an on-premises Microsoft SQL Server database that contains legacy sales data, and you must display information from the database in a new Power Apps app. You need to establish a secure connection between the database and the app. What should you use? Okay, so both have given the correct answer. The answer is data gateway, right? So for on-premises database, I identify a data gateway that was shared with you or create one. We can create a one. Specify connect using on-premises data gateway, type or paste the service name, and then the database name, the username, and the password for the database that you want to use, and specify the authentication type and the gateway from the app. Moving on to the fifth question. A recent update has been made to a Canvas app, and the update causes usability issues. You need to roll back the app to a previous version. What should you do to roll back the changes that have been made to the app? The options are shown below. Restore the previous version of the app, uninstall the app, deactivate the live app, delete the app, and create new app based on the previous version. Correct. The option would be A, restore Canvas app. Below are the steps provided how to restore the Canvas app to a previous version before the update was installed. And the older version will be restored. Question number 6. A company currently does not separate testing, development, and production as per standard application lifecycle management protocol. The company uses Power Apps for accounting and sales process. The company needs to use only one login account per user. And the company also must prevent development and testing from impacting production. You need to implement a solution to meet the requirements. Which method should you select? Correct. Option A. To follow the application lifecycle management principles, you will need separate environments for app development and production. Although you can perform basic ALM with only separate developments and production environments, we recommend that you also maintain at least one test environment that separates from your development and production environments. Let's move to the question number 7. This question requires that you evaluate the underlying text to determine if it is correct. You have a Power Apps app, you create a new version of the app and then publish the new version. The customer goes through the process of restoring the previous version of the app. In the version tab for the app, you will see two versions of the app. Review the underlying text. If it makes the statement correct, select no changes needed. If this statement is incorrect, select the answer choice that makes the statement correct. Below are the options given. Okay, let's see. Let's see is the correct answer. Both are you are correct. Restore canvas app to previous. Oh, I think the explanation is a bit vague here. Let's see what's the next question is. Number 8. A company uses Dynamics 365 Sales. The company uses a browser-based app named Sales Hub. You need to ensure that users can access data from mobile devices. Which app should users install in the mobile app? Below are the options. Exactly, Dynamics 365 for phones, obviously. Because use of the Dynamics 365 for phones and Dynamics 365 for tablets app for your sales, customer service, field service, and other tasks when you are on the go. With one download from your app store, you will automatically have access to all the apps you need for your role. You will see apps with the new unified interface on your mobile devices as soon as the app is installed. Question 9. You need to implement Microsoft Business applications along with the Microsoft Power Platform. Which three Microsoft products are part of the Power Platform? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Please note it could be more than one options. You can choose multiple options from the below. Correct. Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power BI is the correct answer. So the Power Platform use Power Apps, Power BI, and Power Automate to customize, extend, and build all the apps you need for your business and unlock the potential of Office 365 and Dynamics 365. Here we have the 10th and the last question. A large retail company implements Power Apps, Microsoft Flow, and the Common Data Service. The board of directors is asking whether users are finding value in the technology. The company would like to measure and report usage of the software. You need to recommend a tool to determine software usage. What should you recommend? Correct. Power Platform Analytics will be used. The Power Platform Analytics use report is the different report seen by the logged in environment admin. It provides total app launches and daily active users across all apps in the environment. Admins can filter the view with attributes like device, platform, players, version, countryside, and city, not the users. Obviously, the admin can change the settings. So these are a few questions which I have picked up from the previous certification exams and try to explain a little bit about it. But if you guys have any question about these exams or questions, you can feel free to contact us in our consultation forums, we would be happy to assist you with that.
Okay.
Okay, how to contact you, Kalim, bro?
You can reach me out via email. If you have one, let me share my email in the chat.
Okay.
I will provide you with my email. Just a second.
And if I have questions with PL-100 labs, I have error messages, and I have downloaded a zip file with a complete solution from the GitHub, and it also gives me an errors messages. So who can help me with this?
I'm sorry, Dimitri, can you please come again?
I'm now learning PL-100, and I was doing some labs. I did 2 labs, and the third lab constantly gives me an error messages. I redid that lab for a couple times, and I
Mhm.
downloaded the complete solution from the GitHub, and it's also not working properly. So who can help me with this issue?
Sure, you can share the errors on our consultation forums of PL-100, and we'll be happy to help you with that.
Okay, to email you.
You can email on our support email address, or can put in your question on the consultation forum. I think, Isa, what should be the best choice for Dimitri to ask the questions? Support. Okay, so you can contact on our support email address. She has provided you in the chat, and you can provide us with the screenshot. And it would be great if you can also show us the um, page number and step number on which point you are facing this issue.
Okay, so this week I'm going to finish the Microsoft Learn, and then I will come back to the labs, and I'll email you maybe this week, maybe the beginning of the
Sure,
next week.
sure, no problem. We are always available. No problem. You can reach out to us anytime.
Thanks.
Do you guys have any more questions?
No?
Oh, not
All
yet.
right. All right. Thank you. So I guess we should conclude the meeting here. And thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks. Bye.